Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about CPR. Yes, and today's video I will be featuring a Jamaican nurse. That's Nurse Wong Brown, all right, and she'll be telling us about this station because she had it for her Osce exams, as well as she'll be giving us some encouragement, word of advice. And yeah, so let's turn this over to Nurse Wong.
Hi everyone, welcome viewers. As Tasha said, I'm a nurse from Jamaica. I am now living in the UK, and yes, I've passed my Osce. So, as she said before, one of the stations that I did in my Osce was, we call it BLS, or in-hospital resuscitation. So that was one of the skills. That skill lasts for 6 minutes. Yeah. A basic rundown of what really happened is I went in. She said, "Welcome to your station." The examiner said, "Welcome to your station." This station is, she introduced the station to me, and she gave me a test run, basically. She said, "Do you want to get a practice run before starting?"
Yeah.
I went ahead and I started practicing. She said to me, "I think you need to go a little deeper." I said, "Okay." She was a really good examiner, by the way. She said, "I think you need to go a little deeper." So I started practicing, and she gave me about 2 episodes of practice. And then she said, "Okay, I'm going to start your exam now.
Whoa.
Go ahead and start what you have to do." So I started. First, before you just introduce yourself to the camera, then you start by doing what is supposed to be done.
Right.
So basically what I did, I examined my scene to ensure that it was safe. And then I go in, I tapped the mannequin. "Hello, hello, are you okay?" No response. And I shouted, "Help." When the examiner came, as a nurse would normally come, and I said, "Can you call 2222?" She said, "Okay." I rang the emergency buzzer, and I started with my CPR. I checked the mouth, check for breathing first, basically. Check if airway is clear. And I started with my compressions. I did my 30 compressions, and then I did my two breaths using the ambu bag,
Right.
basically. Yes. But you have to ensure that your oxygen thingy is turned on. Ensure that the bag is inflated at the end of the ambu bag. Ensure that the mask is positioned properly over the patient or the mannequin's face. Ensure that you do the head tilt and chin lift. Yes. Ensure that when you're doing your compressions, ensure that it is at a depth of 0.5 to 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Centimeters or meters. We never know.
Don't worry, yes, guys. We'll definitely add the accurate reading on the screen. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yes. So do ensure that you have depth in there, because remember, you want to start the height. So ensure, give it depth. Yeah. And she just allowed me to do like 2 cycles. After the 2 cycles, she asked some questions, like things where she think maybe me never mention, or things where she think me maybe never do.
Yeah.
So she asked, "What would you do?" Or what when the nurse come, or the 222, the emergency response team come, how do you hand over the patient? So you would have said, "I came onto this ward and I saw this patient. The patient was unconscious. I assessed my scene. I realized that it was safe for me to enter. I entered. I tapped to see if the patient was responding. There wasn't any response. I called for help. I pressed the emergency buzzer and I started my compressions. I did my airway check to ensure that there isn't anything blocking airway. And I started my compressions after 30 compressions, and I started head tilt, chin lift, started my breaths, and I continued until they arrived. And that's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One of the easiest station, basically. So
Yeah.
anybody get that, just know, say, that's a simple something. Just do it and get over it and ready for the next
in
one.
that station, did you get any help in terms of you pumping then the examiner blowing breaths, or did you have to be?
No. So what she basically did was, when you're doing compression, she stand there, watch. Afterwards, she tell you stop and do the breaths. So she them just want to see how you can manipulate and
Each
do
area.
both tasks basically. So them now say, oh, me stop do this and and continuous. Them just want to see how you can do what you do.
Okay.
Some persons are just one cycle alone them do based on how well you do. Them no one, I don't know hard. Them not feel you. I don't know nothing to feel about.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that she gave you 2 practice sessions. I'm really surprised. That's really good for exam.
Hey girl, prayer.
Prayer.
Uno pray.
Yeah.
Just pray. Because trust me, prayer. At one point, me bust out a ball.
Oh my. Why?
Can me dead me feel.
Oh
Can me
my.
dead me feel. And when me go out there, I said, no, me nah make one bad station mess up rest of them. I just say one little word of prayer.
Yeah.
And then we go in back and we just change the mentality. Me say, if me feel one, that is one, but me not go feel the rest of them. Then me come, but me can't tell you by the grace of God, me never have to do it over back. Me pass everything, and God was good. So I just pray.
So what made you think you failed? What happened?
I just one of the station them, like at the end when me come out and me sit down, the thing say there was something that me never do. Me never remember what station, but I thought there was something that I did not do, and because of such, it just play on my psyche.
Whoa. And you said that's a 6-minute station. Well, I'm so happy that you got that good experience. It's really good. So what kind of encouragement can you give the viewers? Persons who are looking to come to the UK, what kind of advice you could tell them so they can have an easier transition with this exam and even being settled in this country?
Okay, so my advice to nurses coming here, the biggest problem is food. That's my biggest problem. Like where I was, I had 3 other Jamaicans with me. So I had company.
Yeah.
And of course, my husband, the one phone call away. So me could have called him. No matter the time, the day, the minute, the hour, me could have called and I could get him. So that wasn't really an issue.
Yeah.
The only issue for me was food. And up to now, it's still food because I can't go out and eat anywhere. And if you know me in Jamaica, me a foodie, me love my food, me go out and me buy my jerk chicken and me got KFC and me love my patty. But if me not cook on my yard, me can't eat here. So so my main tip, make sure you carry your seasoning, your powder season, whatever powder season you like to use in Jamaica, carry it. Second thing, if you want to carry your fried chicken, your KFC, you can always carry it. You can carry it on the plane. If you want to carry a patty, you can carry a patty. If you want, like, salt fish, my husband carries salt fish to me. There are things, fried fish, like food. Me love food. Me don't know if it help it. Me love food. Food my thing there.
Yeah. So food was really your thing was really hard for you. And is there any other encouragement in terms of like training for exam? Is it good to do in groups or do by yourself, or what's the thing that made you?
Well, I would say do it in groups. If one person, do it with somebody else. Because when you practice by yourself, you think you do everything right, until you have to do it in front of somebody and the person can point out the mistakes then to you. Do it in groups. I would advise to do it in groups. And then, as you say, you can point out the other person's mistake and the other person can point out your mistake. So it works win-win for the two of you. Do it in groups.
Okay. All right. And any other random advice that you want to give the viewers?
Prayer.
Here,
prayer
guys,
alone, I do this right now.
Trust me, pray.
Don't forget God. Put him first and last and in the middle. Every way. God.
And I have to point this out. I think most people think, all right, most people weigh this US exam with the UK exam and say, oh, UK is easier. But in my opinion, I think both exam has its own perks. You know, for the UK exam, the CBT was a walkover, yes. But Osce, you
Trust me. Say for the CBT, if you used to judge this, trust me.
never. Don't use CBT and think UK is easy. But when it comes down to Osce, you have to know your stuff. You understand?
Yeah.
And the hardest
You
part,
have to be big on skills
right,
for us.
for Osce, you have to be big on
Skills.
skills. And for the US exam, it's just the theory part that's very well. I don't think they have even skills. They don't have skills for US, you know. But I do believe that UK exam has its own challenges. I'm not lie, it is rough, but we make it out. So we're out here, I show the people them how it go.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why I prefer to do this Osce marathon using person's experience. Because when I was studying, I wanted to just hear some experience. I didn't care for, well, I wanted to see some skills done in a lab, but then at the end of the day, I still want to hear experience. So, you know, I started this marathon to just, you know, put out there for persons who want to do this exam in the future and stuff. But yeah, so thank you so much for coming on here, explaining your parts, yeah, you know, your experience and everything. You want like a day off, me know it go. You understand? But people, subscribe, share, like up a video them, and comment if you're a nurse out there who did this exam and you're interested in sharing your experience. You can email me directly, and you know, I'll start the process, and you know, we'll get the ball rolling over here. You don't have to be a Jamaican, you don't have to be in the Caribbean, you can just be a international nurse in the UK, and you know, you go through all of this experience, you understand what we're talking about. So yeah guys, so until then, thank you so much again, Nurse Wong Brown. And
thank you for having me.
And we'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.